Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. My name is Sarah, and today we're doing a classic, the playlist book tag. Now, for those of you who don't know how this book tag works, basically, you put your music on shuffle, and whatever song comes up, you have to pick out a book that reminds you of it, or in some way connects to the song. Sometimes it's more literal, sometimes it's more of a feeling. It really just depends on the person and the music. Now, in all honesty, I'm not doing this tag in its purest form. Most of the time, people do this tag when their new artist drops a new song or a new album. None of my favorite artists have released any new music recently, and I'm not going through all of my music on my Spotify or my Apple or whatever music station I have at the moment. I made a playlist on Spotify specifically for music that I think could relate to books or at the very least is YouTube appropriate. For the record, I probably listen to way more emo and punk music than is in this playlist. I just felt like maybe we should tone it down for YouTube. But in all honesty, I tend to like more aggressive music. That's not on here, but I tend to like it. I really like this tag, and I don't really want to wait much longer to get into it. So with that all being said, let's just dive on in.
The richest and the poor, all these lonely kids have so much that to live for. So we'll run to the sea and find no captain waiting, for we're all that we need to keep this boat from sinking.
So the song Abandoned Ship by Stefan Argus, I'm pairing with All the Stars and Teeth. Obviously the connection there is ocean. However, a main almost character in this book is the ship that this crew sails on. It is a magical ship that requires no crew and no captain. As long as the driving force is on board, they can go wherever they want. This crew comprised of a stowaway, a princess, a pirate, and a mermaid, and it's so good, and it really does fit this music. I do have some negative opinions about this book. That does not translate at all to music. I love this song, and I really do think it pairs quite well with this book. So Love and War by Fleur? Once again, I suck at people's names. I'm pairing with This Is How You Lose the Time War. A lot of things in this song kind of relate to spoilers in the end of this book. However, the idea of Love and War really is the identity of This Is How You Lose the Time War. This is a story about forbidden romance between two enemies on opposite sides of the time war as they fight against each other and fall in love with each other. And it's so good and it's so lovely, and it is told in mostly letter format, which I think it's really good. And the consequences for their actions is like, it's always on their heels, so always running from the consequences. They can't get caught, because if they get caught, like having a relationship with the enemy, nothing good comes of that. So this is amazing, and so is the song, and yeah.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away your rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come, won't you come?
Black Hole Sun by a whole bunch of people. I am totally pairing with It Devours. For a lot of really obvious reasons, if you know the Night Vale universe, Black Hole Sun totally, it fits with the void, it fits with the sun, it fits with the desert, but most importantly, it fits with the smiling god that is such a huge part of It Devours. It's so hard to explain Night Vale to people who don't know the podcast, and like, you don't need to listen to the podcast to read the books, but it so sets the scene for you. It's so interesting. It is satire, it is almost like weird fiction, urban horror, but like not scary, more spoopy. It's really good, it's really interesting. It Devours definitely has a more darker take on religion. That's its topic and focus of this book. But it's so good, and I need more people to read Welcome to Night Vale books, because many people love the podcast, but the books are a gem.
Show the way the world could be. If you can do it, so can she. If she can do it, so can we. Show the way.
As much as I want to play that whole song, I can't because Broadway music. Wait for Me Reprise is from Hadestown. It's an amazing musical if you guys want to check it out. But I am pairing it with Reflections, a Twisted Tale Mulan retelling. Reflections is a story where instead of Mulan's identity being revealed, her general takes the hit for her, and while he is dying, she has to go into the underworld and save his life. It totally fits with the Hadestown musical, as that is a retelling of Orpheus and Eurydice, which is that famous story where whatever you do, don't look back as you carry your loved one out of hell. And it's a journey through the underworld. It's cool and amazing. It's doing whatever you can to save the people you care about. Not so much love, but care about. And it's also protecting your identity and just making sure that the people around you are safe. It's super cool. It's super amazing. This is the only Twisted Tale story that I have loved. And once again, I need more people to read it. And also, please go listen to Hadestown. It's really good.
My friends are degenerates, but I never change them. Liars, cheats, and hypocrites, nothing but for
Degenerates by A Day to Remember. I am 100% pairing with Six of Crows. The crew in Six of Crows is just amazing, and totally I do think fits the song so well. It is a song all about how your friends are just degenerates and crazy, and they're basically all the things that you wouldn't want in society. And Six of Crows is a crew of criminals and thieves and just people who are way too smart for their own good, doing things that are definitely not for their own good. And I love it so much, and I also really love the song so much, so crew of criminals and awesome and heist and magic and coolness, and also degenerates. I don't feel like I need to explain this one too much, but please look at this copy. It's pretty and shiny, and the inside has a map, and I love it so much. Little Rover by Stupidum. Once again, I can't pronounce literally anything. I'm pairing with Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. This is not a sci-fi book. The song was made right after Oppie sent his last message of my battery is getting low and it is getting dark, and it's so heartbreaking and beautiful, and that the idea of the song is discovering the universe will be there soon. It's basically a thank you for creating a path for humanity to follow. And Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe is a historical fiction romance about two queer teens as they discover who they are in life, and there's this adorable scene where these two boys are out in the middle of nowhere on a pickup truck just looking up at the stars, and it's beautiful and lovely, and the tone of the song matches the tone of the book so well, and it's so pretty and it's so nice and I love it so much. And also, like, look at this. It's stunning, and please read this book and please listen to this song. They both will hurt you, but it'll be so worth it.
I don't want to dog my Saturday away. I don't want to go home. Today is not the day to jump out of a plane. I don't want to carousel or play a roulette. I don't want to risk it all or go insane. But I don't want to go home.
Birds, sung by Terrence Williams Jr., a part of Thomas Sanders' Ultimate Storytime musical. I am pairing 100% with the Winnie the Pooh stories. So Birds is such a soft and beautiful song all about someone who doesn't want to have a grand adventure. They just want to have a nice, relaxing day. They just want to watch the birds. And I think that fits so well with the tone of Winnie the Pooh. It's, you don't need grand adventures. Just wander into the woods, have imagination, have a stuffed bear. And sure, strange things may happen to you along the way, but at the end, you're just in the forest with your stuffed bear. And it's so sweet and kind and lovely, and I so wish I had the music to be able to sing this song, like just instrumental, but I don't, and I love that song so much. It really was my favorite song for the longest time, and Winnie the Pooh is currently one of my favorite classics, if not my favorite classic. I haven't quite decided on its ranking yet, but it's up there, and it's so good, and I love it so much, and please, once again, listen to music, read the book. Mostly listen to the music though, because I just love Birds. It's such a good song. So I'm currently experiencing a couple of technical difficulties. I will deal with them later, but I just want to wrap this video up. Last recommendation I had planned to do was Sick of Losing Soulmates by Dodie. I am pairing with the Song of Achilles. It is a song about romance and love and relationship and how grief can lead to forward in emotions, and like, you found me at my lowest and now together we will rise. That is a lot of what this story is. It is the story of Patroclus and Achilles as they find each other at a young age. They grow up together, they live their lives together, they have their dark times and the light times together, and they live their life life through the war, and I love it so much. I recommend the song, I recommend the book. This is really good. This is still one of my favorites of all times. I love it so much. If you want a tragedy, a romance, a story about war and love and life, like just living life in the Greek world, I highly recommend this because it's just that amazing. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I know I've done this video before and I want to do it again in the future because I love music and I love reading, and especially when you put those two together, they're great. If you have any comments about the books and music I've paired together, please leave that down in the comment section below. What would you pair with the songs I've picked out? While you're down there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, good night, good evening, and good morning, everybody.